Aloha, I'm Hawaii Wedding Officiant Kim Cronella, and I'm here with a tip for couples that are looking to get married anywhere in the world. But I am located on the island of Oahu, and I have encountered a few unusual wedding traditions that I just want to touch base on, because if you want to incorporate these into your ceremony, you need to let your officiant know. These are no longer very common practices and ceremonies, but are perfectly okay if you would like to incorporate them into your ceremony. So the first one is the giving of the bride, and not the giving of the bride is not an issue of not normally being done anymore. People still do that all the time, but I've only had one couple ever want it said, "Who here gives away the bride?" So I had not encountered that before, and even before I became a wedding officiant, I've never gone to a wedding where that was said. So that was unusual. So that is something you need to ask your officiant to say, because they're not going to know to incorporate that. It's not a normal thing that people do, but perfectly okay if you want to do that. And the other one is, who here objects to this couple being married? I don't incorporate that into the ceremonies. I've never had a couple ask that. I don't imagine why a couple would want that in there. I have seen another TikTok though where a couple did have that incorporated into their ceremony, and the entire groomsmen's party objected to the ceremony because the groom did some nasty stuff at the bachelor party, and they ended up letting the bride know, and they did not get married. So I can see the point of it and the purpose of it, but that is not normally a tradition that is incorporated into weddings these days unless you ask it to be. So if you do want that in your ceremony, please be sure to tell your officiant that you want to include that. So those are two traditions that I haven't encountered the second one. I haven't had anybody ask me to ask if anybody objects to the ceremony, but I did have a couple that did ask to have me ask who gives away the bride, and then it was actually two men that gave away the bride, and they said, "I do," each of them do, and then they presented the bride to the groom, and the wedding proceeded. So that's an option. It's a great option to do if you want to do that, but a lot of people don't do that. And again, just let your officiant know what traditions you want to incorporate, and there is no right or wrong. You can incorporate any traditions you want to that will be meaningful and special to you. Seriously, the only obligation you have to getting married is you both need to appear before a licensed officiant. That is the only legalities that you have to do, and you both have to be willing parties of wanting to be married. Everything else is made up. What you wear, whether you exchange rings, if you have guests, what you do, say, traditions, that's all whatever you want. So do what's right for you. Incorporate traditions from other cultures, other times in history. There's some unique traditions like hand fasting and jumping over the broom. So whatever's going to make your day special and memorable, incorporate those traditions into your ceremony. My name's Kim Cronella. I'm a licensed wedding officiant on the island of Oahu in the state of Hawaii. And if you're looking to get married on Oahu, please contact me. I officiate beautiful, love-centric weddings anywhere on the island of Oahu. I also offer an option where you can come to my office for a Just Make Us legal courthouse-style wedding, and you can easily get married like a simple courthouse ceremony, basically, and or you can get married in a simple ceremony in my Garden of Love on my lanai. My website, weddingsonoahu.com, has really helpful information for couples getting married on the island of Oahu, as well as tips, wedding advice, recipes for creating a Hawaii-themed wedding anywhere in the world. So visit weddingsonoahu.com for more information about my wedding officiant services, or if you would like to have a Hawaiian-themed wedding somewhere else in the world. Thanks for watching. Aloha.